video is going to be a mini review of the Essence Stay All Day foundation. Now, ever since I posted this on my Instagram, a lot of you have been requesting a review of it, so here I am to do a quick review. But as some background information of this foundation, it retails for $6.50 and you get 30 mils in the product. So this is exactly what it looks like. It has a little pump on the top for you to disperse the product, and it's just very sleek and simple. As for the color range, it comes in 4 different shades, and this one is the lightest one, which is called Soft Beige. So this is the absolute lightest one that you can get. Now typically I am a light beige foundation. My skin is quite light, but it's also on the medium tone, so I thought this would fit well. But that being said, for the lightest foundation, this is also very dark. So I can already say confidently that this foundation will not suit anyone who is in an ivory skin tone. It'll just be way too orange tone for your skin. Even that being said, it's still very orange on my skin and I have a hard time matching it. So keep that in mind, that if you are a light person, this definitely wouldn't be the foundation for you. Now on the packaging, it does claim to last for 16 hours. And with that being said, I would never wear my foundation for 16 hours. I never find myself lasting that long. So the longest that I ever wore this was for an exact 12 hours. So from 9 AM till 9 PM at night. So I took some photos of me wearing this foundation so you could see how it goes on throughout the day. But before I get into that, I'll go into a bit more of my personal review of it. So like I said, it has the pump on the top, which is very, very easy to use. You literally just do one pump and that's all that you need to cover your entire face. But like I said, this foundation is too dark for me. It is very orangey based. It's almost kind of like what you'd expect with a fake tan. But once I've applied it all over my face, I find I have to go through with my normal face powder just to kind of make it match my skin a little better. And then in the end, it does match perfectly. So keep that in mind, that if you do try this and it doesn't match you 100%, you can go in with your face powder and it will adjust to it and make it look a lot better. As for the consistency of this foundation, it is quite thick and it almost feels kind of moussey on the skin. So by that I mean it's quite thick, so you have to really spread it out to get it evenly. So it is a very thick foundation, so if you don't like those, probably not the one to go for. But that being said, it is definitely a medium to full coverage foundation. It definitely starts out as medium, but you can build it up. And another thing to note about this foundation is the smell. So normally with foundations, they have that kind of gross sunscreeny smell. I personally really don't like it, so I hate it. But with this one here, it almost smells kind of floral, and I'm not too sure what ingredient it is that does that. But it smells really floral and fresh. And at first I didn't think I'd really like a smelly kind of foundation. I thought I would hate it, but I really find it quite pleasant to apply. It smells nice and it feels really fresh. So I don't know, there's something a little bonus, I guess. So the way that I apply this foundation is with my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I always apply liquids with this brush. So it's just a dense foundation brush, as you can see, nothing too special, but I do find that it spreads it quite evenly. So now I'm going to skip to a clip of me showing you how I apply the foundation. So as you can see in the clip, it is very thick, like I said. It's also very orangey based when you see it against my skin. And with that being said, it does look quite patchy on my skin, but that's literally just because it does not match my skin tone. So this is how it looks without me putting any powder or any concealer over the top to match it to my skin tone. And as you can see, it does apply a very nice glowy finish to the skin. It's also quite high coverage, so you really don't need to add a powder to bump up the coverage, but I more so do it, like I said, to match the color to my face. Now as for the lasting power, like I said, I took some photos throughout the day from 9 AM till 9 PM to show you how it looks on my skin as it goes throughout the day. So in the first one that's freshly applied, it's literally probably about 10 minutes after I finish my makeup, and as you can see, it gives you a nice clean glowy kind of complexion. The next photo is a couple of hours later. It's just a bit after lunch and it has broken up a little bit around my nose, so it started to separate a little bit, but overall the finish and the coverage of it is still very much like when I first applied it. Now I'll fast forward to the night time, which is when I took this photo, and as you can see, the foundation has worn off quite a lot. I also found that it did get me a little bit shiny in the T-zone area and on the cheeks near the nose. But that being said, that's where my foundation normally wears off. So nothing that I didn't expect, but it definitely wouldn't last you 16 hours, I don't think. So all of those photos were based on a 12-hour period. So like I said, I definitely don't think it would last you 16 hours. So with that being said, I'd say you'd probably get about 8 hours wear, which in my opinion is more than enough. I don't think you should be wearing foundation any longer than 8 hours in my opinion. It still definitely is a long-lasting foundation. It just isn't the 16 hours that it claims. But with all that being said, I definitely think it is a very, very good foundation considering it's only $6.50. And this entire time I have had it on my face, so in live view you can kind of see the glow that it gives you, and I think it really gives you a nice finish to the skin. It doesn't look too cakey, but it sits nicely on the skin to where it gives you a nice kind of natural glow. If I had to recommend this to anyone in particular, I'd probably recommend it to workers, so people who work throughout the day, because it definitely will last you the entire day. I guess I could also recommend this to school students if you are allowed to wear foundation to your school. It definitely will last you throughout this school day, so if it is something that you're interested in, it's definitely something worth a try. But overall, for $6.50, honestly, it is a great foundation. I really didn't expect too much out of it, so it definitely did impress me. Have a look in stores and see if you like it for yourself, and if you have tried it before, let me know what you think personally. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this mini review, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.